Alright, what's up YouTube? Just a quick little news corner. I'm going to start doing these maybe weekly, monthly, depending on what pops up. Obviously, if it's busy news week, it's busy news week. But we'll see what happens. This week actually is kind of slow, I thought. I looked at Anime News Network, obviously, and then a few other here and there. YouTube is also pretty good with that type of stuff. But this week was pretty slow. What actually caught my eye was a bunch of stuff that's been going on for a while now, actually. But let's see. So the first thing that caught my eye, which is actually the biggest thing, I'm gonna start off with that, is Studio Punnock. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. It is kind of like a conglomerate of some defects or people who quit Studio Ghibli. I looked around. I wasn't really positive as to why they quit. What I'm assuming is, let's see. I don't remember anybody's name, so I'm gonna have to read it off the list here. I believe Yonebashi and Nishimura are the two front headers of the company. And I think Nishimura is the one that at one point in time was the heir to the Ghibli throne, who everybody thought, Miyazaki has said that he's going to retire at least 3 times and then always comes back out to do another film. We think Nishimura was the heir to that throne, but there's no vacant spot. He always comes back. So maybe, not in like a spiteful way, like he's upset about it, but maybe he left and formed his own studio to maybe prove to Miyazaki that he can make it on his own and that he should take his spot so the old man can finally retire. That's how I see it. Some other people see it as like they're just a copy studio, or maybe it was out of spite and he just got upset and left. But I just want to see the optimistic side of things, but we're not sure. So the reason why they're making headlines, or they were probably like a month ago, was that they have this new movie coming out called, let's see, Marrying the Witch's Flower, which they have, I think, like a little 7-second teaser at this point in time. And at first glance, obviously Mary looks a lot like a combo of Ponyo and Arrietty. Like a combo of the two. They got similar hair colors, and she's younger and a bit fuller, not chubby, but how would I say that? I don't know how to say that. Just fuller, I guess. Like Arrietty's has a slim model, or Ponyo, because she's smaller, she's still got like the baby chubby cheeks. So she's kind of in between those two, which is funny because Yonebashi, that I was talking about earlier, directed Arrietty, and when Marty was there. I've seen Arrietty, I haven't seen when Marty was there yet. Not my style of movie, not gonna say it's bad. Most things Ghibli produces is amazing anyways, but I definitely will check it out, just haven't yet. But he directed those 2 films. Let's see, who else is involved? Sakaguchi, who wrote the screenplay for Tale of Princess Kaguya, another film I haven't seen. I wasn't a big fan of the art style of that movie, actually. But he's writing the script of Marrying the Witch's Flower. Let's see, Muramatsu. He's credited for when Marty was there for doing the scoring, and he's also going to do the music for this film as well. And let's see, obviously we talked about Nishimura. He's the founder of Punnock, and he's producing the movie. I think that it's a lot to take in, like all at once. Like it all kind of happened out of nowhere for me because I just saw it out of nowhere. I was like, whoa, all these people left Ghibli. So it's a lot to take in, but it probably happened over a process where these people just kept, I guess for their own reasons. I really don't know why they would leave Ghibli. I think, I want to say, I think it's because Miyazaki keeps coming in and out of retirement, but I really wouldn't know why. It's hard to say. I know Punnock is a Croatian word that means midnight, so it's like the turning of the day, the turning of a new leaf. So they're trying something new, which I really hope they are. Like I said, right now it kind of looks like it could just be a copy of Ghibli. But we're gonna wait for the movie to come out, see what they do differently, see if it's better or worse. But I don't know. I don't want to shoot my expectations high, knowing that it's a Ghibli crew, and then be shot down, or vice versa. I don't want to hate on it, and then it turn out to be something good. We'll just have to wait and see how it comes out. The Yonebashi was stated saying that he wants this to be the opposite in respects to when Marty was there. I haven't seen that film. It looks like a romance film though, so the opposite of that, maybe more something adventure action. I'm not really positive what he meant by that. It's kind of hard to explain. And, oh, and the last thing, the movie's like Ghibli's format is based off of a book called The Little Broomstick. It's European. I think Howl's Moving Castle, I know as well, was written by somebody in the UK. I'm not positive. I have never read the book. I've actually never even heard of the book. I assume it's a decent read. I'm not sure. I might look into it. We'll see what happens there. Alright, so the next, I got like, let's see, 2 more things that are considered more news and less of like just to update what I've been doing. One is Boruto. The first volume is scheduled for April 4th. And I'm not sure what the content's going to be like. I remember the first few chapters were just like a rehash or retelling of the Boruto film. I'm not sure if it'll be something like that or new content. Hoping for new content, obviously, but we'll see. It seems like the anime is actually segueing, or is going to segue straight into Boruto. They're doing these little side stories. I watched Sasuke's and I think like the first episode of Shikamaru's. They're not bad. They're just like filler if I have time. Let's see what else. Oh, another little cool thing that I saw was that the story of Boruto is Kishimoto's, but it's by, I believe Naruto originally was drawn and written by Kishimoto. I have no clue, I don't want to be wrong, but I believe it was. But now the art is by Ikemoto, and the script is by Kodachi. I'm not sure if that's a big difference between what we saw in Naruto or not. We'll just have to wait and see. What else is there? And then Fire Force, which I was at Barnes & Noble. I go there sometimes in between classes. Or it's really close to my campus, so I go there all the time. And I'm just looking through the manga section, and I see this thing called Fire Force, and the cover's pretty eye-catching. The art style is like a typical shonen, and it's, I don't know, it caught my eye because of that. Not saying that it's bad or that the typical shonen is necessarily a bad thing to say. It's give and take. It has its positives and it has its negatives. But it caught my eye, and then at the little bottom it says that it's by the same person who did Soul Eater, which is really cool. I like Soul Eater. I wasn't a big fan of Soul Eater, not. And I think he also had a hand in Nessie Koi, which I wasn't really into either. But Soul Eater was really good, or I liked it. Let's see, Fire Force came out, or was scheduled, talked about, released in 2015. I think the first volume came out in 2016, so it's like 2 years, give or take. And this is the first time I'm seeing it. I read a little bit of it. I haven't really checked out the whole thing yet. But it was definitely something I would recommend to everybody else. Something that I foresee becoming an anime, so you definitely want to check it out to get a little inside scoop, or be the first person to know about it. I can totally see this getting anime soon. It's about I don't want to. So the Fire Force is kind of like firemen in a way. Well, in this world, there's people that are like instantly combusting. I don't know why, but they just are. And now they're called flame humans. I'm not sure if it's like a possession thing, or I'm not sure what's gonna go on there. Like if once they combust, they're like evil. I'm not sure. But so the Fire Force obviously is sent out to stop these beings. The main character was pretty cool. His special ability was to like ignite his feet, which I'm not sure how that's gonna play out. I mean, it doesn't sound cool, but we'll see. Let's see. Alright, so that's about it for news for the most part. And now just on to what I'm doing right now. I've been watching the second season of Blue Exorcist, which was pretty good. I think the 4th episode just came out a few days ago, and it was actually pretty good of an episode. I wasn't, overhyped or expecting a lot from this show. I would say it's normally it's like a 7 out of 10, because it's a seasonal and it's not making leaps and bounds, but it's not going to get drowned out by episode, other series of the season. Like, it's normally the front runner for the season, and that's how most of them are. Like, it's the same way I feel about Maggie, where it's not amazing, but it's not bad at the same time. And the 4th episode was one I just watched recently, which actually surprised me for being pretty good emotionally. Like, normally it takes more than that to get me invested into it, but it's good. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Let's see what else. Dragon Ball Super, waiting for the new Universal Tournament arc. Waiting. I'm not watching episodes in between the last arc into the new arc. I think they're kind of boring. Sorry. And then I'm watching Fullmetal Alchemist with my girlfriend currently. She's never seen it before, and I've actually only seen it twice, and the last time I saw it was years ago. So it's a definitely good refresher. Something I want to talk about. It's a really, really good series. It's top 5 for sure. I'm watching the Brotherhood one. I've seen the regular one, or I think it's actually the original one. Yeah, it came out first, but it's not, I think halfway through it diverges from the manga and does its own thing. Which is definitely not bad at all. I thought it was good as well. I've seen that one only once, so maybe after we finish Brotherhood, we'll watch that next. I don't really remember that much about it. I mean, obviously watching Brotherhood, I'm starting to pick out the differences between the two, but I can't remember. It was at least 10 years ago that I watched that. So that'll probably be something I'll watch too. But those are basically everything that I'm keeping up with now and will for the foreseeable future. So if there's anything here or there in between that you guys liked or caught your eye, definitely let me know. I might start doing reviews episodically of Blue Exorcist and of course Dragon Ball when the new arc comes out, and then maybe I'll do discussions or theories of Fullmetal Alchemist. I'm already kind of too far to start doing reviews for the episodes, and it's a long series and it's old, so I doubt many people would look it up, but theories are always a good thing. But thanks for watching. Definitely like, comment, subscribes subscriptions would be awesome. I don't know how I'm going to continue to do my videos with this setup. It's really hard to get lighting in my apartment. I'm kind of like right against a preserve, so there's a lot of trees, so I don't get a lot of natural light. And my lighting in the apartment is spread pretty thin. Like the closest light fixture that isn't like a lamp is at least 10 feet away from me currently. So I'm going to move around. There used to be a desk here that was actually a lot better, but we moved it into the guest room. So bear with me for now. I'm trying to figure out what's best for everything. I need a new lens right now. The camera's like 5 feet away from me because the lens I have it's not good for being so close up, but we'll see. Oh, got a text. I guess I got stuff to do anyways. But thanks for watching the video. Definitely leave a comment, subscribe. Everything's gonna help out the channel. Thank you.